Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports. Start back into the video today, and the Houston Rockets are moving forward on parting ways with head coach Silas. Rockets fans, this is something we've been waiting for all season. I never want to see a man's job taken away from them, but honestly, this is the best thing for the team. This is honestly probably the best thing for him himself. I mean, I know, being a head coach is probably better than being an assistant, but for this job, I just don't think this was the right job for Steven. I don't know what his expectations were when he joined this team 3 years ago. I don't know. When he came into the Rockets organization, obviously they had James Harden, they had Russell Westbrook, they had Christian Wood, or maybe they had Christian Wood. They signed Christian Wood after Silas came in. Eventually signed Boogie, had a decent team with a lot of veterans, then added in John Wall, had Eric Gordon, had a veteran team. I don't know if into 2021 he came into the Rockets organization expecting to win. I don't know. I think he probably knew something was up. When he joined the Rockets. The Rockets in 2021, knowing Harden wanted out, so did Westbrook. So he knew a rebuild was possible. And I will admit, was he a bad head coach? And as much as I thought he was a bad coach, he didn't really have the players' respect, and that's why one of the reasons why I said he needed to be fired. That was my number one reason why I thought he needed to be fired. I didn't think he sucked. I think he could be a potentially good head coach. He's gonna have to work for it again, and it is rumored that that there are a lot of teams interested in bringing him in as a top assistant, and that's great for him. I'm happy that that's going to happen for him. He's been a great assistant his whole career, and maybe if he does well for whoever hires him as an assistant, he can maybe potentially in the next couple seasons, maybe 2 to 3 seasons, possibly become a candidate to become a head coach again. But he didn't have the players' respect in the locker room. I really didn't believe so. They were a young rebuilding team. As much as, you wanted to blame him, they're a young team. They didn't really play that well. This year, it looked like they really didn't care, looking like they were trying to get a top 3 pick. But I wish him the best. I really do. I didn't want him to stay here, but I do wish him the best after, moving on forward on a different team as an assistant. But I definitely think he has some talent as an assistant. I don't know if he will ever be able to become an NBA head coach again, but I definitely think it's possible if he works, if he shows that, that I'm not a bad coach. That was just a bad situation for me with the Rockets, and I think he will get another shot one day. I don't know when that will be, though. As for the Rockets, they are interested in we're interested in adding in a bunch of new guys. Potentially, there are 4 coaches right now that the Rockets strong candidates. Ime Udoka from the Boston Celtics, possibly Nick Nurse if he parts ways with the Raptors. Assistant for the assistant for the Warriors and former Nets head coach Kenny Atkinson, and as well as with also former Lakers head coach Frank Vogel. I like all 4 of those names right there. You got 3 right there. You got 3 NBA coaches that have been to the NBA Finals. Frank Vogel won the NBA championship in the 2019-20 season with the Lakers. The Toronto Raptors with Nick Nurse, they won the championship in 1920. Last season, Ime Udoka. You want to talk crap about, the incident he had last season with the Boston Celtics, which had got him suspended for 1 season, but that does not excuse that he was a hell of a coach for the Boston Celtics last season, stepped up and was amazing for the Boston Celtics, was a great head coach in the playoff run. He took them to the NBA Finals. They were a couple games short and lost to the Warriors in the finals. But you got 3 NBA coaches right there who will be hard on the players. They will get the players' respect with either it's Frank. I don't know about Frank Vogel, but I do know he's a decent head coach. But I do know Nick Nurse, and Ime Udoka, if either one of them come into the Rockets as the head coach, they will get the players' respect and they will lead this team. So you got Nick Nurse, you got Ime Udoka, you got Frank Vogel, all NBA Finals head coaches, 2 winning the championship, 1 losing with Ime Udoka last season. Kenny Atkinson, he hasn't been bad himself. He's been an assistant for the last couple years. He was the head coach for the Nets. I don't think you're going to see a Rockets head coach being hired for a while, because I think the Rockets are going to wait to see what happens with the Ime Udoka stuff, and if Boston does what they're expected to be, they're going to be, fighting down to the end, possibly the NBA Finals or Eastern Conference Finals. Don't see them losing in the second round. I think the Rockets want to hire Ime Udoka. I don't know. I think they could hire him, even though the Celtics are in the playoffs. I mean, I think that's possible, but I'm not sure. But Nick Nurse, I think, you can't hire him because he's currently understaffed with the Raptors. I want to wait to see what happens with him. They're in the play-in games against the Bulls in the 9-10 game, and we'll just see what happens. And obviously, Kenny Atkinson with the Warriors, you're going to wait to see what happens with that. I don't know where Frank Vogel is understaffed right now, but I think it's going to be a little bit. Wait for some of the top candidates, or their seasons are over, like the Warriors, the Celtics, and the Raptors with those guys, Nurse, Atkinson, and Udoka. So we'll see what happens with the Rockets head coach candidate. You guys let me know who you guys think the Rockets should bring in, and let me know your thoughts on Rockets firing Steven Silas. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Rockets.